Who deserves the car, the perks, the powers of office? The Prime Minister has now made many of the key decisions. David Cameron had stood by his Health Secretary Andrew Lansley amid huge and controversial change to the NHS in England until now. Andrew Lansley's days of rolling up sleeves to tackle the health service are over. He becomes the leader of the House of Commons. The former Culture Secretary Jeremy Hunt takes charge of the NHS.
It's the biggest privilege of my life. I'm incredibly honoured and very much looking forward to getting on with the job.
Ken Clarke swaps the job of Justice Secretary for one advising David Cameron from the Cabinet Office and remains as relaxed as perhaps only a 72-year-old minister can be.
I never thought I'd be back in the government in the first place, and at my age you do occasionally have to step down from a heavy departmental role before you suddenly realise you can no longer quite handle it.
Chris Grathing, for now a Work and Pensions Minister, takes over his job at Justice. Teresa Villiers, who used to be a Transport Minister, is the new Secretary of State for Northern Ireland. Sayeeda Warzi loses her position as the co-chairman of the Tory party. And Andrew Mitchell arrived amid the bunting of Downing Street this morning, clearly pleased about a move from international development to Chief Whip. There's no anxiety, though, for the biggest players who'll stay put, the likes of George Osborne at the Treasury, William Hague at the Foreign Office and Theresa May at the Home Office. The Education Secretary, Michael Gove, stays in his job, as does the Welfare Secretary, Ian Duncan-Smith. The Deputy Prime Minister has decisions to make about the fate of Lib Dems, but wasn't revealing much this morning.
This coalition government's priority is delivering policies to boost jobs and growth in the British economy, and that's what this reshuffle will all be about.
He knows those coalition ministers will help define his fate and David Cameron's come the general election. Ross Hawkins, BBC News, Westminster.